If you're just joining us, I'm Tim Barkley with Charleston Home Design magazine, and today's radio show is coming to you from Jillco Kitchen and Bath, located at 2300 Clements Ferry Road near Daniel Island. And now we're talking with Mac McRary with Edge Solutions. How you doing, Mac?
Just fine. How are you today?
Good. Mac, tell everybody about Edge Solutions.
We are a geothermal loop installation contractor. We do both vertical and horizontal geothermal loop installations.
Okay. If people don't know what geothermal is, describe what that is. And we're talking about air conditioning and heating,
That's
right?
Mm-hmm. Geothermal HVA systems use the earth as a heat sink in the summer and a heat source in the winter. Basically, it's using your property to heat and cool your home.
Okay. Yeah. And how is that accomplished?
Basically, it's a heat pump which moves or transfers the heat out of your house into the ground, or in the wintertime, from the ground to your house. Mm-hmm. It's accomplished through burying a series of pipes into your yard, basically, and through the use of a circulating fluid or medium that allows the unit inside your house to transfer the heat to the water, which transfers the heat to the ground, and vice versa in the wintertime.
Well, I'm going to try to paint a picture for our listeners. Edge Solutions, you folks will show up on the homeowner's property with your drilling rig, right?
That's right.
And then take it from there. You'll drill how deep into the earth?
Usually what we see in the Charleston area is we see around 250 feet vertical bore per ton. And again, that's dependent. That's an average number, which is dependent upon the heating and cooling load of the home. There are several ways to do this. You can either do it horizontally through trenching, or vertically through the vertical bores, or if you have a pond or water body on your property that has sufficient size and depth, you can also sink the loops in the bottom of a pond. So we would show up with our equipment, depending on the size of the lot, which method we determine that would work. Then we would start, and we would drill or install the trenches, and then manifold those together, and then run them into your house and into the unit.
So you drill these deep holes into the earth,
right?
And then you're sinking like a tube.
Yeah, basically it's a high density polyethylene pipe. Mm-hmm. We use 1-inch diameter loops, and it's a U-bend at the bottom. Mm-hmm. So we have a vertical borehole. We sink the loops down. It has a U at the bottom. So the hot water from takes the heat from your house, and as that water travels down that pipe, it's dissipating heat to the earth and cooling off, and so the cool water returns back to the unit to pick up more heat and flow back down. And in the wintertime, it's the opposite. The earth around Charleston maintains approximately 67 degrees, and that's where the energy efficient comes in. It's that constant temperature. Unfortunately, air-to-air units are at their least efficient when we're asking the most of them, meaning they don't work well when it's truly hot outside, and it doesn't work as well when it's truly cold outside, because you're trying to take that, in the summertime, you're trying to take that heat out of your house and pump it into the 115 degree air. Well, geothermal takes that heat out of your house and it transfers it to the 67 degree ground, much more efficient. And same thing in the wintertime. You're trying to take the air-to-air unit is trying to take that 30 degree air and bump it up to your 70 degree inside temperature. Geothermal, the ground is already at 67 degrees. You only have to bump it up to 70 degrees.
Gotcha. Yeah. What are some of the obvious benefits to a geothermal heating and air system, and what are some of the benefits that people might not recognize?
Well, I'd say one of the biggest benefits is just how much money you're going to save on your monthly bill. It's an immediate cash flow savings. So as soon as the system kicks on, it's going to reduce your heating and cooling bill by 60 to 70%. Anywhere, we usually see 40 to 70, but people have told me it's actually closer to 60 plus. And then it is also extremely quiet and the level of comfort rivals the high, is unrivaled basically. There's no noisy compressor or condensing unit outside, the rattly fan thing that's just sitting out there in the salt air rusting away. All our materials are buried underground. They're high density polyethylene plastic. They're going to last forever. Manufacturer's lifetime warranty, 55 plus years. And this is the same type of pipe that's used for your gas transmission lines, as well as the landfill leachate liners. So it's going to last forever.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna, the obvious benefit is you're saving money.
That's right.
And we certainly use our heating and air systems quite a bit. It's usually just the bookend months in April and October where we get to open the windows and
That's
enjoy
right.
the cool air.
Right.
So you're saving money. The hidden benefits. It's a green system, so
right.
some people might not always be willing to spring for something that's green because it just for that purpose alone.
Right.
But you are going to be saving energy, and it is a green product.
That's right. The U.S. EPA has said that the geothermal systems are the most energy efficient way to heat and cool your home.
Mm-hmm.
And what that translates is to, for every system that's installed, it's equivalent to planting like trees. For every system that is installed, they say, it's the equivalent of taking 2 cars off the road. And that's published EPA facts. Geothermal is one of the original green technologies.
Mm-hmm.
It's been around for many decades. It works anywhere in the world. In fact, the systems have been installed in all 50 states. They've been installed all over the world. It's a proven green, cost-efficient technology.
Gotcha. Can Edge Solutions help homeowners that have an existing home? They might have, they've already got a house that's built on the lot. Can you folks find the space to drill down into the earth and install a geothermal heating and air system for existing homes?
Oh yes, we do quite a few retrofits as well as new construction. The only requirements is we just have to have room to get our equipment in and figure out what is the best method of installation for your particular property. We've done retrofits all up and down the coast, even inland, as well as new construction all over the place.
Mm-hmm. How much more is a geothermal heating and air system versus you refer to it as an air-to-air
Right.
system? If someone's looking to replace their air-to-air system,
Right.
What is the cost comparison?
Well, there is a little bit of a cost difference, and it's an upfront cost due to the extra labor that's involved for the installation of the ground loops. What we see is they're roughly equivalent to a high-end air-to-air unit. As far
like
as
a
price.
real high efficiency.
That's right.
Air-to-air?
As far as price goes, there is an existing federal tax credit, not a deduction, but a true credit of 30% over the entire cost of your system, and that helps bring the geothermal cost in line with those high-end air-to-air units.
Mm-hmm. What if you've got your system isn't worn out yet? It seems like some air-to-air systems, they tend to last 10 years, maybe even 15 years.
Right.
If you've still got some life left in those compressors outside, can you utilize those and just have Edge Solutions come in to put the pipes in?
Well, what we do would be the outside condensing units would go away. That's the ground part it takes up. But you can use the inside air handler and ductwork as long as the load where you're remodeling, as long as your heating and cooling load hasn't changed, you can still use your inside stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We do have done quite a few where they have been able to use their existing inside ductwork and air handlers, and all we've done is the outside work.
What have some of your customers told you after they've had the systems installed?
They just can't believe how much they're saving, and it's all based on the fact that your heating, your cooling, and your hot water all account for about 60% of your total energy bill. And so if you make inroads, if you focus on making those items more efficient, that's going to lower your whole package. And they love the quiet, they love the comfort, and they of course love that monthly cash flow savings. And the fact that their return on investment is higher. Usually see a return on investment of anywhere from 4 to 7 years with a geothermal system. And again, you have no outside parts that are just sitting out there falling apart. Everything is inside, protected from the salt and corrosion and the outside weather.
And it'll feel as cool as an air-to-air system,
It
and
truly
as
will,
and
yep.
as warm as an air-to-air
Yep,
system.
it
Traditional.
works exactly the same.
Gotcha. Well,
As far
tell
as
everybody how they can get in touch with Edge Solutions.
Okay, you can find us on our website at www.edgesolutions.us, or our phone number is 843-556-5526.
All right, terrific. Well, we've been talking with Mac McRary with Edge Solutions. Thanks so much, Mac.